So I moved to Morgantown, I think 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in July. I was just looking for work, but I wasn't sure what was available. Kind of like dropped off a resume. I eventually got an interview, and I wasn't familiar with the co-op at all. I had never stepped foot into the store until I dropped off the resume. So after the interview, I got a call back, and then after I started working here, I realized just how great the co-op was, and I'm surprised that I didn't notice it before or come in before. I think it's kind of intimidating from the outside. Back when I grew up in Southern Maryland and then I moved to Western Maryland, I've always worked for small businesses, so it's kind of been a goal of mine to stay in that small business aspect. It's really nice being able to have a relationship with customers in such a way that you probably can't get elsewhere. I do the produce ordering. We order on Mondays, and then we get a delivery on Thursdays. And then starting about now till November, depending on what it is, I work with local farms to get local produce in. So I try to work in the Maryland, West Virginia, Pennsylvania area to try to showcase different local farms, which is really cool. I love being able to teach people about that.
49334 Stacy's with tortillas.
Going through produce, of course, produce doesn't have a long shelf life, so I have to make sure that the cooler looks nice for customers. Just being a part of the community is a little challenging because there are all sorts of people in the community that are coming in or just traveling, and so customer service is always an interesting thing because you always have to be respectful, always have to be kind and courteous. We have to make sure that we're working together as a management team to make things happen and to make sure that there are things on the shelves.
What's up?
Juggling time is always something that I'm learning how to do based on personal life and just being here. I'm glad it's happened and it's allowed me to learn because I'm still pretty young, so being a manager at my age, I feel it's a big responsibility, and knowing that it's a big responsibility, it's making me grow up a little bit faster. Yeah, it's really nice. It's more responsibility, so it makes my mind work harder. It makes me think a little bit harder and care a little bit more.